sponsored by these, so I don't give a crap.
I think Kinguin is stopping anything related to esports, if I heard correctly. I think they are letting their team down.
Yeah, but it's still sponsored by the Gamers 2 team,
yeah.
which is the old Kinguin team. It's still sponsored by Kinguin, but the organization that's handling everything is Gamers 2.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
So we'll just have to see. Gamers 2 have been changing lineups, a lot recently, but we'll see. There we go. Let's start off with the game. Shizu Shanghai are going to be our map for another time today against these Go4s are best of ones. So, only one map, sadly. 2 halves, 15 minutes each, and squad obliteration. The winner will move on. We still have a few games before we get to the final 100 euros that can be won by any team. And you guys can sign up as well by checking out the links right below the stream and on YouTube if you're checking that recording. But why would you? Because you should just watch the stream, follow, and subscribe. That's how it should be.
Exactly. Subscribe right now. Fucking subscribe.
There you go. That's the best advertisement I could ever hope for. That KPV versus Relapse, and let me switch around the names actually. But again, you have seen this map previously, and Relapse are now pushed back as KPV are going in. Intok is still holding the side. He does get the kill on a Crip. As now they try to push up onto that B side. It's again what we were talking about before, though. I don't really like Relapse's positions when trying to defend this, especially with Star moving out a bit too much. He does not see what's going on. He will get taken out by Manticore. So Manticore, playing with the smoke advantage, is able to actually push through and get the entry frag there. And that's 2 before finally falling off at the push on B.
Heiki is in a very good position, is exactly where he should be, because if people are responding on him, they have the advantage of the Heglish, but they use the boost, the famous boost, to get there and to pack rage everyone. And now they have the Heglish, and now I don't understand how Relapse is going to be able to defuse.
No, this is a perfect plan, and Crip is pushed up so much, he can just, if he falls, it's no problem, and he's going to revive hit. This is even more pressure to be put on Relapse. There's rarely any time you can come back from a B plant, especially when KPV have such a good hold on the site itself. Pushed up so much, they have the angles. Really, the guys at Relapse won't really be expecting them, but Crip takes out another to make it even more difficult. And that B site is going to be going down in just a few seconds. So pretty good and quick hold from the guys at KPV. Very impressive, given what they've been playing like before. And I really do think that Relapse is on their level in terms of play. But I would really like to see KPV versus the guys at... I don't know, what game were we casting before this? We were casting Revo. I would like to see Revo versus KPV. That would be a pretty cool game. Really do think the teams are equal at this point.
Yeah, definitely. KPV, I don't know them so much, but I think they are people who are actually serious with the game. They are not like playing from time to time. That they are really serious with the strat, etc. From what I heard from one of the members, you should not underestimate them from the next season.
Well, we'll just have to see. This is the last season, at least for now, of ESL 1 Battlefield 4. So if there's a time to try hard to make it to the finals, this is the time, and it really. It really is heating up, but in my mind, I don't really think it's gonna matter, because whatever team beats Fnatic, Fnatic is just gonna be like, well, it was final season, we didn't really care, and they're just gonna like, yeah, whatever, you won, it's okay, you can win 1, we won 4, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the kind of teams you wonder when are they going to be like fed up or going to lose their motivation to win. I mean,
I don't think they'll ever lose it.
We are talking about Roger Federer, but how do you keep motivation when you already won everything all the time? So I really don't understand. I mean, I don't even have the motivation, and I didn't win. So how they do?
Well, you guys were winning tournaments in the French scene, that's for sure. Definitely infamous, the best French team.
Yeah, but that's a very different thing on a game where there are a few teams than on a game like CSGO. I mean,
yeah,
there is
sure.
no real national scene on BF4 anymore.
Maybe. One day we can organize something like that.
That would be nice.
Yeah. I'd really like to see tournament, because I know the whole national tournament that they did for CS, and they're still organizing it with eFrag. And myself and my buddy Caster Kyanite were supposed to organize a Lebanese team with all the global elites that play in Lebanon. But we actually, in true Air fashion, we kind of signed up a month after the time was over. So the EFrag manager was like, yeah, I can't really do it now because we've already organized everything. So yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. But I digress. KPV now in a pretty good hold. They're trying to gain control of the site itself. And there you go. They will take down one. Relapse losing another. And this is a pretty nice play here to try and gain control or regain control of the bomb itself. It seems like KPV are not only able to win out these 1v1s, but their team play, it sort of reminds me of Revo in the previous game. They're all moving as a unit. So they push up, they gain control, then they push to another sector of the map, and they keep moving. Now Hete, he doesn't want to run around too much until he's got a teammate to help him. And well, he makes it finally onto the remainders of that B site. The Star is wrecked behind. Grenades lobbed in, gets the frag on a Hete. And the bomb carrier here, Drem, is finally going to go down. So nicely done. Relapse regain control of that bomb, but look at the hold.
Yeah, typically myKPV didn't commit into the push. They actually, I think they should have committed a bit more because there were 3 guys taking the back, which is always a good thing to do. But maybe 2 will be enough, and there were only 2 guys rushing on the point to like take a good position. So it is good not to commit, but it's not the best solution not to commit at all. So
obviously. They were sitting around and now they lost control of the site. And this is the thing, whilst having 2 bases to respawn in, you can play these back rages, and if that didn't work, then Relapse would be stuck in their base, and the only way for them to go is just go through the water side, which is extremely exposed. And this is why water side is one of those bits of the map, not just on Shanghai, but on other maps that have flanks like this, where it's high risk, high reward. You might just get taken down, but if you actually use it and it works, more often than not, you're going to be able to catch off, 2-3 players, delay them, play for your team's advantage, and just pull their eyes towards you instead of the bomb itself, which is what you're trying to do if you can't really, take them out of it. But KPV will regain control of the bomb, and now they're trying to push across onto that C point. A and C are extremely difficult to go for. Now, without really smoke, I'm not sure how they can make it for a push like this.
I think they have to hope for a new wipe, and then they can plant, because right now with the positions they have, it's almost there is no place where to plant and not to be exposed from many angles. So.
Yeah, and this is why they might just be going for that C site. Intok is holding inside. He turns around, gets shot down. Crip planted correctly, and the bomb is going to get planted on C. Manticore pushed up. Sneaky Prayer is the last player alive, and he just respawn to try and push in. He does land a single frag on a Manticore, but at this point it's not just about getting 1 or 2 frags. It's about getting a wipe. It's about putting up smoke to eliminate the line of sight, and Hede there landing 2 kills is not going to help their cause at all. Still Xanax is really playing it aggressively here. He's right behind the fridges. He spots that one. He takes the second as well, and what a camping. So I didn't even know you can get in here. But this is a perfect spot for anybody else to use if you are in the same situation for the C plant. You're learning something new every day, even after casting this for so long. But nicely done. It's going to be a very nice 2-0 for KPV in, 9.5 minutes. Well done. And let us put that up. And in this situation, what do you think the mistakes are from Relapse, and how do you think they should be thinking about them to mediate such problems?
You can see like myKPV is always think quite classical, but very safe. Like you could see when they began to lose the control of the enemy base, they immediately made a new line with players on every possible flank. So I guess Relapse should try not to be so aggressive, because I feel like they're taking 1 versus 1 and against people who are already very well positioned. So they should like let myKPV aggress them and try to be in defense, but not like try to rush against people defending. It's like a bad thing to do, except if you are incredibly in trust.
Yeah, so pretty much waiting around, waiting for pretty much the, if you will, the Fnatic way of playing, just waiting for the other team to make the mistake. and
Yeah,
you
exactly. I mean,
capitalizing on it.
there is nothing wrong saying that Fnatic understood how to play the game, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, exactly. That's the best way to play Obliteration, and Dexterity and Fnatic understood it very, very well, and that's why they, I mean, adapted to the game instead of just trying to make domination in Obliteration, like many teams did, especially in Famous, but not only in Famous. And the thing is, they understood that the game has a slow pace and that you don't have to try to make like a beautiful gameplay. It doesn't matter if it's boring. It doesn't matter if you are not feeling that you are playing fair. What matters is only winning, you know. So
Exactly.
if you have to camp behind the rock at the top of goal mode with the bomb for 5 minutes, well, you can do it. I mean, it's a load, and if it makes you win, it's okay.
Yeah, if it's boring, it doesn't matter as long as you get the victory, and this is why these teams are playing. And this is why what you have to keep in mind if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I want to go to the finals with my team. I want to win a Go4 with my team as well. These tournaments. Well, the only way to win is to find every single thing about the game that you can use and abuse and play it. You should not care about what other people think as long as you're winning.
Yeah, exactly. You should not make a frag movie when you're playing. You should care about making no frag movie because you are positioned in such a way that you have only easy kills. Like, I was talking with myK about this. He said, I don't have many beautiful kills because he's smart enough to be in positions where he won't have to make impressive shots to win, you know. So that's exactly what you should be searching for. Not have any impressive kills, because that will mean that you are in a good position.
Exactly. So pretty much instead of going for these, you know, frag movie shots, everybody else is going to be making their frag movies whilst you're going to be counting the money that you want after the tournament. That's pretty much what you have to think about.
Buy a lot of KFC with your money.
Well, at least with these Go4s, you know, $100 per team for playing a game you would be playing anyways. It's not too bad because a lot of teams in these, you know, lower tier, if you will, think of this as a place to gain experience.
Exactly.
And this is where you play against these teams that are either equal to you or better than you for this level, and you learn a lot about their plays. You come back, you watch the replays, and you understand what was going on. And speaking of what's going on here, it is still a stalemate as the bomb is down on the ground, but KPV being pushed back pretty nicely here. Relapse playing this side very nicely. Intak pushing up as well, but Froxy, Hickey taking down a couple of their own. There's, oh my god, they jumped down. Manticore here is able to take down one. And Intak will frag onto Xanax as they go for the revive. But still, look at Sneaky Prayer. He's going all the way to the back of the base here. And this is pretty nice, but if he's not able to do anything, he's pretty much dead body, and he does get an extra spawn on him. What do you think about a play like this here with Froxy and Sneaky Prayer spawning on one another?
It can be good or bad, but I like the player who are spawning on the other players. I mean, like when your teammates are able to hide themselves for like 5 seconds in a safe place and that you are spawning on them, it can be incredibly annoying for the enemy team because they thought they had you, they thought there is only one left, it's okay, but no, you're respawning, you're still annoying, you're not letting anything go. And like as I said, Fnatic does that, many teams are doing that, Dexterity does that, and the fight is never over, there is constant pressure, and it's very effective to win.
Yeah, and at some point, the other team, if they're, you know, out of focus for a bit, will just crumble because that constant pressure puts you in such stressful situations for such a long amount of time that it's inevitable that you're going to fall. And I really do like KPV here coming around from behind. Froxy, he's not going to be able to spot a single one of them. He immediately goes down, and that pushes Star and Hickey to pull back and try to salvage this. Hetty taking a lot of damage, but is still alive. Xanax with one, getting a refrag, but nicely down. That Sneaky Prayer out, and that's the flank being destroyed by myKPV with 2 players left alive for Relapse, and they are right in the middle. This bomb is on the ground, and KPV immediately go for the mid-map plays, and they know exactly where Relapse are. Remember, they only need one more successful bomb plant, and it's all Ogre. And Xanax is trying to find an angle to go for the bomb plant, but with I don't know how Relapse are really able to you know, set themselves back in for the aggressive plays, and Froxy missing the shots there. Goes in with a Glock, no, gets taken down, nicely done, Lodrum. And this is the thing, they have a player behind the planter always to try and see what, you know, goes around. They They try to check for the bomb plant, start to see if somebody's going full aggressive. Pretty impressive from myKPV.
Yeah.
Now look at Relapse. They're setting up. They're making a middle map, you know, defensive line before pushing onto that C site. But one falling, the second as well. How do you go for retake on C in a situation like this? There's only Froxy left.
Exactly as they were trying to do, but they failed the back play. One guy was pushing the whole highway and trying to back rage them, but he was killed, he was awaited. And that's like the best way you can do it, because otherwise you are against